was thinking, what can I do today? So I have to get outside. For me to be able to get through the work week, I have to get outside. So I thought about something I haven't done in a long time. But first, I gotta go online and purchase a license. Alright, now that that's done, I just gotta print it. Boots. Waders. Been so long since I've gone fishing, especially fly fishing for trout. I gotta find my stuff. Alright, so where I'm going is a very well fished trout stream. It's fly fishing only. It's highly pressured. The keys to success there are A, you got to be a great fisherman, which I am not. You got to fish with very, very tiny flies, which I can't do because I can't see them. And you have to fish deep, which I think I can do. So what I'm going to do, the plan is, this is a Euro nymphing rig, which is really not, it's not like traditional fly fishing where you're casting the fly. This, you're kind of just lobbing the line in the water. It's got like almost like a regular fly line, but it's not designed to, you can kind of cast it, but it's not designed that way. You use a long rod like this. I think it's a 10-foot or 11-foot rod. And what you do is, since you got 11 feet, you're basically out over top of the water, and you just drop your line in and just follow it. And you have to look and see and watch this section of the line right here, this fluorescent green and orange section. That's called your sighter. So at the end, I have a little ring. I don't know if you can see that or not. The ring, and you leave these tabs long because they help you see. See these two tabs? You leave them long so you can hopefully see them. It's hard for me to see these. I'm gonna give it another shot, but this is tiny. It's hard for me. I couldn't even see where the end of that line was. Anyway, so the plan is I'm going to get this all set up, and I can promise you one thing. You're going to see hundreds, if not thousands, of trout today. Whether you're going to see any on the end of my line, that's another story. All right, well, of course, I just did a whole little segment and it wasn't recording. And instead of boring you guys with all the details, these are my sinking flies or subsurface flies. Now, with these trout, they really want something super small. I'm going to try and do these two right here. Oh, this isn't the rod. This is a spay rod. Wrong rod. Jeez. Alright, guys. If you're married and your wife has no understanding on why you need so many fishing poles, show her this video. These are tools. Ladies, your husbands do not have addictions. These are tools. This is a spay rod. It's a completely different fishing technique than what I'm going for. So this rod won't work. But this rod works for spay fishing, which I'm not doing. But it's a tool, okay? Your husbands are not addicted to buying fishing gear. They are just getting the right tools for the job. That's the right tool for the job. 10-foot 6-inch 3-weight. I knew it was a 3-weight. There we go. That's a nice looking rig, right? So like I said, my old eyes do not allow me to be very proficient with this kind of. I can't see that. all I could do is guess. Yeah, I think this might come in handy. I gotta get a hat. How's that work? I still don't think I'm gonna be able to see this. And I do appreciate the you know, that I look ridiculous. That's what happens when you get old. You young people out there, you'll see one day. I think that's how we're gonna roll. So I got a 20-minute drive to the location. This stream has this one location where basically there's like a somewhat of a dam. There's rocks, and you know, so it creates like a little funnel and drops off. The stream drops off into a very deep hole, probably 4 or 5 feet deep. And in that hole is where a lot of these big trout like to sit. And you can stand right. They're so used to people. They're not scared seeing you standing right over top of them. You can catch them standing right over top of them. They're not afraid of people. Like I said, they see so many flies, and they're very particular. They seem to know what food is. I'm just hoping one of them's just not thinking too. It's 28 degrees out right now. I'm sure the water's probably 30 degrees. I'm hoping they're cold and just thinking, oh, there goes a meal, and grabs my fly. That's what I'm hoping. Palomino right there.
Well, some things don't always go as you plan. Trying to set up my tripod, I cracked a snot out of my finger. I didn't really expect to catch too many fish here anyway. I mean, I can tell you, these fish here are difficult to catch. I hope I'm not getting blood on my jacket or anything. Anyway, yeah, these fish are very difficult to catch. So, like I said, I can't guarantee I'll catch a fish, but what I can guarantee is I can show you hundreds, if not thousands, of trout. Here's where I'm at. Little Lehigh Trout Nursery. Great place to bring your kids, grandkids. Buy a bag of food like this for $1 and the trout go crazy for it. Watch how these trout go crazy. Oh, these are all palominos here. Hello, little palominos. Watch this. Isn't that crazy? Come on, Palomino, get in there. Well, them Palominos aren't as aggressive as regular rainbows. There goes a couple. There go a couple. Now these are all smaller fish. Yeah, just as aggressive though, smaller rainbows. And they got all kinds of tanks here. Look, see them all start coming? That's awesome. You got Palomino coming from all the way across the... Look at that. Get in there, Palomino. Throw some out there for the Palominos. These fish are well fed. People come here and you know, bring their kids, their grandkids. You know, it's great. Here's a hole right here. Let's see if we can get a close-up. Look at them all. They just love being fed. So do I. Can't lie. And these fish will come over and they will follow me. Look. Like there's no fish in front of me now. Watch. Give it a couple seconds. Here they come. Here they are now. Now they really come. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Look at them. Do you see the Palomino? Coming all the way over from the other side of the pond. There they are, look. That's awesome. Like I said, this is located in Allentown, Pennsylvania. If you put it in your map search, just say Allentown Trout Hatchery and it'll bring you here. I think the official name is Little Lehigh Trout Hatchery. I showed it on the sign earlier. But as you can see here, it's a good sized property. Got tanks over there. This is like a trough that they use. I'm not sure what they use this for. I guess they get these guys. These were probably the first ones to go. So they got them like in a trout type of setting, you know, narrow. Over there at that house, there's a vending machine and there's bathrooms, and you can buy these bags of food for $1. Please throw your trash in the trash receptacle. And it's a great time for kids, grandkids. You know, you want to, yesterday was Valentine's Day, you want to take your girlfriend on a date. You know, this is something that's fun for everyone. So even though the fishing stunk, but it didn't stink. Honestly, I didn't expect to catch anything. These fish are extremely finicky. This is fished 365 days a year. And they see everything. You have got to go small, and I can't see that small, so I have to. I just come out here because it's a beautiful location, and you know, seeing big. I mean, those trout in there. I don't know if you see the underwater footage. Those trout are huge, and I have hooked into a couple of them in the last few years, but I don't dedicate a whole lot of time to this type of fishing. Like I said, you see it's 20-30 degrees out in February, and there's 2 people there already, and it's not very big, so 2 people is a lot. 3 people is a lot, rather. So it's just something to get out of the house and do. It's a great place to bring the family. You buy the little bags of dog food for $1. Helps feed those trout. You know, cuts down the cost of raising those trout, so that they release into the trout streams in and around Pennsylvania. So like a fun little place. I think they even have an education center in there to learn about the history of the place in that old house. So great place to bring kids. All right, that's all I got for you guys this week. I will see you next week. I hope you have a great one. Bye-bye.